What's going on, y'all? I'm here to talk about some sick buffs from my boy Falinks. Um, Before I get into the type change, the ability choices, the move changes, all that crazy stuff, I recommend that, first of all, if this is your first video of mine, I appreciate you clicking on the video. It means a lot to me. Make sure you don't click off the video to mess up the watch time, but when you're done with the video, you can check out the playlist linked down below in the description that explain the ROM hack more in depth. And most importantly, there's the Google Sheet, which I put all of the changes for the game on, and you can check out all of the move buffs and changes. They're organized into categories for you. So as you see on screen, it's all very easy to navigate. It's super big, but it's all organized, so it's pretty easy to digest. So definitely give that a look because the moves are crucial to how every single Pokemon in the game functions. Also, if you're new here, I recommend you pause the video right now and read the description because I have a bullet point list explaining all of the key spark notes for how the ROM hack is balanced and why it's balanced the way it is. So give that all a read if you have yet to do so, even if you're a returning viewer and you haven't done that yet. I appreciate all you returning viewers coming back, by the way. Seriously, it means a lot. Make sure y'all drop a like, sub if you haven't already, all that good stuff. Drop a comment. It helps with the algorithm. It helps support my work and get more people to see my stuff. But with all that out of the way, Falinks, super, super cool. I know some person is going to comment, oh, I'm not fighting Bug because he's shaped like a caterpillar. And personally, I think that's dumb as fuck. I think giving him some Bug moves is cool. I just don't see there's nothing Bug type about him. He's not an insect. He's just 5 little guys. However, they do have battle armor in vanilla. And they are like clearly based on this, like, you know, the Phalanx, right? Which is like army, like they're made of metal. They are like essentially made of hard armor. So steel fighting is a very fitting choice for them. I think they genuinely could have been steel fighting in vanilla. I think they probably honestly should have been, would have made them a lot better. But this Pokemon is much more than its stupid gimmicky little move, No Retreat. Obviously, it's a cool move, but it's at the very end of the game. It's only legal for 9 boss fights because it is pretty insanely broken now that he has actual, you know, stats, actual good typing, good moves, all that stuff, and also expertise to allow him to cheese Focus Sash freely, meaning that No Retreat becomes insanely broken for the end game if you can get it off. So definitely something worth considering. The only thing that would really stop No Retreat at that point would be Quick Claw, and you have Endure for that. However, a lot of the AI stuff that like the Quick Claw might have, they might have a paralyzing move, a burning move, a sleeping move. That means that you can't even click Endure on the Quick Claw. That's the ideal, not to mention priority and other stuff. However, at +1 speed, you're outspeeding the entire game at 78 base speed. Very few things will outspeed you. So if you have a neutral nature Phalanx, at +1, you're hitting 366. Which is, yeah, I mean, I lied. It's not the entire game. I definitely exaggerated a bit, but it's pretty much, it's like the majority of the game. You're hitting base 116 and below. So, yeah, most things in the game you're outspeeding. Anyway, I don't want to focus on No Retreat too much because it is literally, it's a move you get at the very end of the game. I want to talk about Phalanx for the majority of the hack. So, it's very tanky. If you're wondering why I chose these stats, by the way, like these numbers, it's because they're all multiples of 6, and there are 6 Phalanx. So I think that's really cool. 84. They're all divisible by 6, besides special attack, just because there's no way I can get the BST to be even 525 while all being 6. So yeah. Other than special attack, they're all divisible by 6. Very tanky even on the special defense. Like 84 is very solid. You know, if you need it to take a really strong special hit, you can slap an AV on or whatever. And then obviously on the physical side, it's very tanky, which makes sense based on its design, and it's pretty damn strong. With expertise, it becomes incredibly powerful, so you can run Scarf expertise for a lot of boss fights and just get some kills with that stuff. However, you also have weak armor and tactical retreat for great speed boosting and offensive options. So you also have Trailblaze, which works with expertise to give you +2 speed. So much so that I might remove it. However, I do like weak armor number 1 because it gives you speed on switch in. You don't have to click a move first, so that's already huge. Because again, you can switch in your Phalanx, get that weak armor defense boost. It's a defense drop for the speed boost. It's very easy to trigger weak armor in game. It's very reliable and it's just easy. It's an easy ability to trigger and to work with because you can always predict what move the AI is going to use against you. And then at +2 speed, you don't even need speed EVs. You can run max HP, max attack, and then switch in on any attack, a lot of attacks, and then get that weak armor boost. They also lost battle armor, by the way, if you're wondering. It's because of Berserker, who also really fits the fighting steel type. When you're done with this video, you can check out the Berserker video if you haven't yet, if you're curious as to why that is or how he functions. I love battle armor on Phalanx, but I think Berserker, it was hard. Honestly, fighting steel, there was a surprising amount of Pokemon in this hack. I think there's about 6 of them. in this hack. And it was just really, maybe it was only 4 or 5. I don't know. It was a pain in the ass to balance them all around each other though, because a lot of them are like, like I had to like balance, like there were so many ability slots I had to decide on which ones to give what. Um, you know, stuff like Intimidate, Battle Armor, that type. It just got annoying. But I ended up figuring out, you know, a good way to make them all different from one another, and also pick 3 ability slots that work for each Pokemon. Because again, I want all 3 ability slots to be made use of, and this is no exception. So you have Expertise for damage boost, also Utility. You know, breaks Focus Sash. It gives you double effect chances, although that's not really relevant unless it's a guaranteed drop, which it never is with Expertise. So I would just use it for breaking sashes and other stuff like super effective berries, energy shield, multi-scale, sturdy, stuff like that. And of course, just a flat 25% boost off of 114 attack is very, 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 very strong. And then you've got your what's it called? You've got your weak armor for that speed. Makes you incredibly fast. It also means you don't have to run Scarf, which means you can switch your moves around, which means you can get more kills, that type of cool thing. And then you've got Tactical Retreat, which might seem middling. Number one, I think it's fucking sick, right? I mean, the whole thing is about like they're like this. I think no retreat, tactical retreat. I think it makes a cute little like. I don't know if dichotomy is the right word, but it makes a cute little like mirroring aspect there. But it's also a really good utility ability because in this ROM hack you only get one single use eject button per fight. It goes away. And obviously it comes back at the end of the battle, but it's not like Sweltering where it's an infinite eject button. So having free ability to pivot around is really nice with Tactical Retreat, because sometimes for some boss fights, I mean obviously yes, the typing and the other 2 abilities really encourage the offensive use for him, but sometimes you might just need him to be tanky, take a hit, come in, and give you a switch, and that's all you need it to do for that one specific boss fight. Because keep in mind there are dozens and dozens of them in each playthrough. So Tactical Retreat, a bit niche, but it's definitely fitting, and it definitely has uses. And again, no battle armor because of Berserker. So yeah, it's pretty much. I mean, there's not too much else to like hit home. Of course, there's a bunch of cool moves. You could do some loaded dice stuff with Pummel, Spike Cannon, plus Weak Armor. That's really good because they're 125 base power with loaded dice, and they're both dual stab and they can't miss, whatever, right? So you get Weak Armor and you can run an item with loaded dice. So that's pretty good because it's stronger than, like, you know, for the mid game, it's stronger than Expertise, Brick Break. Actually, it's stronger than Expertise, Brick Break. It's stronger than Iron Head by a lot. Even stronger than Expertise Hard Press. Because of the way Hard Press works. And then Takedown is the same power as Expertise. But Pummel is the same power as Expertise. Takedown with... Actually, no, I lied. It's only 100 power guarantee with loaded dice, so never mind. Takedown, Expertise is much stronger, but it does deal some recoil, which you might want to, you know, avoid. Regardless, and also, it definitely has uses, right? Pummel, Spike Cannon. Also because you have Pin Missile and Wallop there as well, although you also have Mega Horn and Play Rough for Fairy and Bug. I think Terra Bug would be sick on him because he has that first impression and that Mega Horn and Lunge and U-turn. Oh, another useful thing with Expertise is Lunge. Lunge will drop attack and special attack, so with Expertise it's -2. Also stuff like Bulldoze and Rock Tomb dropping speed by -4 with Expertise is also good. And then of course Trailblaze giving you +2 speed is good. However, you get to keep... I mean, it's good. I'd say it's almost borderline broken to the point where I might have to remove it from their move pool. However, I do think I'm going to have to rebalance all of these like Trailblaze type moves because with Movie Learner they're very, very cheesy. I think at some point I might have to make them like minus priority or inaccurate, so you have to hold a wide lunge or something. We'll see, you know, once the game is out. I'm going to keep them as this for now, but I think in a future, you know, early patch like 1.1, 1.2, I'm probably going to have to rebalance all of the speed boosting moves because it's such a powerful tool with Movie Learner. Speaking of, it's always nice to have that Movie Learner option to switch between your coverage moves and your stabs whenever you need them. Again, he's still got good utility, right? He's got Fortify for healing, Metal Sound, which drops attack and special attack by -2, Battle Cry, which drops attack and special... Sorry, Metal Sound drops special attack and special defense by -2, while Battle Cry is attack and special attack by -2. So Battle Cry drops offenses, Metal Sound is special attack and special defense. Those are both very good options. You know, you can Metal Sound... Oh, another really good thing is like debuffing moves plus Tactical Retreat is great because you can run like Taunt or Metal Sound or Counter or whatever else you want to click, debuff them, and then Tactical Retreat will push you into range to switch out for free. So it's almost like a mega parting shot. You know, if you Battle Cry, then you get hit into Tactical Retreat range. Now it's like a mega double parting shot, which is really cool. And then you can get your teammate in safely. So that's all really good. Superpower is very strong, 140 power. It drops your attack by -2, so it's like Draco Meteor in that regard. Head Smash and Headlong Rush are both very, very powerful endgame coverage moves. Head Smash being 140 and dropping defense. and dealing 50% recoil, while Headlong Rush is just the same as vanilla. It's ground type close combat. So both of those are very, very strong. And then reversal. So I've been very stingy with giving things reversal and finishing blow and moves like that because they're just so broken in an in-game context, because it's so easy to reliably get off your pinch berry, your endure, whatever. In competitive, it's much riskier, but in-game it's so easy and you can steamroll pretty easily. So yeah, endure reversal or weak armor endure reversal. Like, okay, so expertise reversal is good because it allows you to break sashes. So if there's like a sash Pokemon that you want to sweep through, then you run expertise, endure, reversal. You know, you get your Select Berry, you outspeed pretty much everything at +1, and boom, you're going crazy. And then with weak armor, you get +2 speed, and you can run Lychee Berry, reversal, or even like Citrus Berry. No, sorry, not Citrus Berry. You don't need Select Berry though, because you're getting the speed boost. So mostly you'd be running Lychee Berry or something else, and then you can go from there. It's really, really strong, which is why it's at the very end of the game. Otherwise, it's pretty much it. SD weak armor is obviously very strong. You'll have SD in the mid 50s. Even bulk up weak armor is very good. Like, you take the hit, you get +1 attack, +2 speed. You can sweep through a lot of teams, or at least get a couple kills each boss fight, just based on that, because of how good a weak armor is in general. Weak armor is super, super good on them. So yeah, and then logically I chose it because it's an armor related ability, right? So instead of battle armor, it's weak armor. I think it's fine. It's a little metal guy, right? So I think it makes enough sense. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you for listening. Let me know if you made it to the end of the video. Last thing I will say is no retreat is -1 priority, so you can't, like, for example, a lot of the leads will have taunt or some other anti-setup move that'll stop you or disrupt you from clicking setup moves immediately off the start of the battle. However, no retreat. Quick Claw is changed, right? Quick Claw is a single-use item now, consumable. So you switch in your Quick Claw, you get your you would outspeed the taunt in theory. However, with all setup moves like, you know, that give you speed boost or whatever being minus priority, except for stuff like Trailblaze, which is why I was again saying I might change that in the future. But for now, stuff like No Retreat, Sora's Dance, you know, Quiver Dance, Dragon Dance, stuff like that is all minus priority, so you can't click Quick Claw, Sora's Dance, or Quick Claw, No Retreat turn 1. You can't do it. I mean, you can, but you just won't outspeed them. You won't outspeed them. So because the Quick Claw only gives you priority in your bracket, not actual priority. So yeah, thanks for listening. Let me know if you made it to the end. Drop a comment if you did. I really do appreciate y'all, man. Also, flavor-wise, they already get Head Smash and Vanilla, I believe. Yeah. Wait, what? I made that up. Huh. Well, they definitely fit it. I mean, their whole thing is like being these little guys that like charge and make little formations. So Head Smash and Headlong Rush, I think, are both really cool fitting options for them. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for listening. Shout out to if you made it to the end. Seriously, do drop a comment. It helps me know who makes it to the end and who doesn't. So yeah, peace.